Hello, and thank you. My name is, again, John Devlin, and I am the Artistic Director and Conductor of Gourmet Symphony. And at Gourmet Symphony, we unite classical music with culinary experiences in a way that we believe modernizes the definition of what a performance can be. And what I'm going to talk to you about today may in many ways sound obvious. And that is exactly the point. Because what we have found is that many of the best, most innovative ideas are in fact glaringly obvious. But they are difficult for current organizations to implement within their current structures. Now, let's take advantage of this, because as I will argue, with the right type of innovative thinking, the very smallest of organizations can have a profound impact. And by beginning with incremental, positive change, very quickly we can arrive at radical innovation. So what I would like us all to imagine today is that we are the leaders of a startup about to enter a crowded marketplace. What should we do first? And what questions should we ask of ourselves? I'm going to provide you with Gourmet Symphony's model of thinking as a possible pathway to success. So let's begin by evaluating sameness in our industry. What are others operating under as a given? Well, for Gourmet Symphony, the given was the traditional method of classical concert format. Now, you might not be a regular in the concert hall, but you probably have a memory of an experience that went something like this. You walk into the auditorium, and there's the orchestra far away up on a stage. You find your row in the stadium-style seating and shimmy in. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your foot. Oh, okay, thank you. And you park yourself here. Next to you is your date for the evening, and to your left is a complete stranger you'll never talk to. The concert began at a strict time, it ended at a strict time, and moving in and out during the performance is not allowed. You're expected to know when to clap. You're expected to know something about the music you're hearing, and when we do communicate with you, it's through notes in a program book rather than by the artists on the stage. On top of all of this, your cell phone stays in your pocket, and food and drink are not allowed. Now that's a lot, so let's break this down into 3 areas for potential innovation. First, this experience is not an interactive, nor is it an immersive one. The concert communicates with you only through sight and sound. Second, the experience is a proscribed one. And what I mean by that is that you, the audience, are expected to understand and behave in assumed ways. And number 3, all of the traditional elements of an awesome evening out, food, drink, conversation, they're not included. So, now that we've identified areas in which we can innovate, to whom can we turn for inspiration? Well, what we at Gourmet Symphony did was we looked at peer industries that we felt were delivering an excellent customer experience. We looked at sports stadiums, movie theaters, and restaurants. We looked at amusement parks, popular music venues, and museums. And the lessons that we learned from these industries we applied to our own by making dozens of tiny changes to the concert format that we think added up to something big. And we determined for ourselves 5 guiding principles that would dictate the design of each and every one of our events. So to begin, the first of these principles is positioning. Think about the sports experience. Just like at a basketball game, we are moving our orchestra from far away up on a stage to the very middle of the performance space. Then we're going to allow our audience to stand or sit 360 degrees around the ensemble, providing innovative vantage points and a sense of intimacy between our audience and the performers. Second, we believe in artist engagement. Think with me, if you will, about the last popular music concert you attended. The artist probably spoke to you from the stage between every song. Well, at Gourmet Symphony, we are lucky to have 60 artists, and we want them to fully engage with our audience. They are our best ambassadors. So we build in time during every one of our shows for chance encounters like this one, or during organized time when the musicians leave their instruments, move to the tables, and eat and drink with our audience members. Number 3, we believe in free time. Think about your experience at a museum. You guide it yourself. There's no schedule. You pace the experience and communicate with those around you as you would like. Think about sporting events. You've got halftime and the 7th inning stretch and commercial breaks. This is more time to spend socializing with the others around you and thinking about the experience you're having. So at Gourmet Symphony, we've developed what we call the 30% rule. And what we mean by that is that our events last about 3 hours, during which you will hear an hour's worth of music. During the other times, we've structured it so that you can socialize, eat and drink, mingle with the musicians, and make new friends with those at your table. Rule number 4, we think people like to eat and drink. Now, the restaurant industry certainly has figured this out, but also, what would a baseball game be without the hot dog, or the movie theater be without the popcorn? So at Gourmet Symphony, we utilize this idea. In fact, we built our organization around this idea, and we artistically curate your musical and culinary experience in a way that touches all 5 of your senses. And lastly, we believe in cell phones, don't you? Every industry we looked at, except with the noticeable exception of the movie theater, encouraged cell phone use. What a great thing. We think so as well, and we want you to broadcast to your networks that you're at a Gourmet Symphony event. Share with your friends what you think about it. It's great for our brand, and it allows the audience to dictate the role that technology plays in its experience. Now, these 5 principles allow our team a structure within which we can do our innovation. And it has reserved for us an important place in the DC cultural landscape and a very loyal following amongst our audience. Now, for any artistic organization to innovate, you must confront a long and important history and then adapt that history to the modern audience and aesthetic. Our team from the very beginning pledged to honor that history while creating a viable alternative to the traditional concert format. The result has been a much-needed choice of experience for our audience and for first-time and veteran concertgoers alike. That is our story of impact and of innovation, and we hope that it can inspire your own. Thank you.